Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Connor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. Now Roethlisberger looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Roethlisberger finding Rodgers, and the Steelers convert on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Raiders. The former Packer Jordy Nelson on the receiving end from Carr. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And this is Cook with a grab. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Caught by Nelson left side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. He finds Roberts complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington.
Man, that's an insult. Send me a friendly request to quit. Fool, you lucky that I threw a pick. Strap him up, homie. Let's go. Man, let's go. Come on, big homie. You got lucky. Trust me, homie. You're not winning this game. I'm the Steelers. We don't lose to the Raiders. Nigga, that's on everything.
Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. row that the AFC has won, and really the third year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple of years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold, that hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Yeah, indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Connor.
And that fool
he'll
over.
be brought down just shy of the 45. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely.
He prepared himself as if he were going to be the starter right from week 1. And I got to see him in preseason, and you saw a little bit of everything. His ability to run inside, also run to the perimeter, catch the ball in the backfield. And how about his season opener against Cleveland? They didn't win the game, but he played awfully well, 135 yards rushing, and he helped close out a big win at Tampa Bay in Week 3 on Monday Night Football with some nice runs down the stretch.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete.
You hear stick him all you want, he ain't dropping it, homie.
Across midfield down
That's
to the
AB.
45. Brown, his first catch. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Connor.
Oh, that hole was open. He could have been out.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. To the right side and complete to Washington.
Come on now.
The stick skills, but
we ain't here to play no
game.
game.
From it, stop short of the 35.
Let's
So
go.
1:55 to go in the 1st half.
Yes, sir.
Back to Heinz Field after this. And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Run that fool over.
He picks up the first before he's taken down at
Steeler
the 29.
Nation.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance.
Going down like that.
Short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs. That big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Here we go. Four down. Set. Who's 30?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Right.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith shoots.
Yes, sir. I know y'all think y'all got it all covered, but you're gone. Trust me, homie. Master play caller is going to be
goes for a first down.
Trust me, got too many weapons over here.
Roethlisberger now.
Any
5
mistake
for
made is
5
on
on the
me.
drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And his guys have got it back
we're gonna
in
get
the
it back.
closing stages of the first half. .13 the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Carr now on first down. And this is going to be incomplete. But with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had 2 excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had 2 huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nickel Roby-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation, when I saw it live, I thought it was a bang-bang play. Turned out, it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very unexcited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl. but I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call. The game flow is paramount to me. Let's not slow it down any more than it already is.
Yeah, it could be a slippery slope, then you start doing it with everything, right?
Next thing you know, we'll be reviewing holding. And by the way, you can probably call holding just about every play in the NFL.
On first down, Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now on first down, it's Washington again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Carr gives it off to Washington. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second down, Washington. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Carr to throw.
Yeah.
It's coming into
Yeah.
Whenever you see a team
Yes,
decide
sir.
to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
Now to try the field goal, and here's Daniel Carlson from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Show that bench release and go.
Again, it's Connor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. But it's incomplete. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them locked on their heels.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rodgers. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Roethlisberger now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach, when I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So a field goal.
Yeah, I know, RS. I know right here.
Bigger chunk here.
This is
Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Oh, they'll try and sneak this. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's pulled in at the 32. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
All right, here we go. Quarter. Set. Blue 30.
Here's Roethlisberger. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Carr going to throw here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the dump-off. It's second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver and tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Roethlisberger to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. They had the catch on second down, but it did. A shutout in the NFL.